Hey guys, it's Elizabeth, Finding Elizabeth. This is my week 135 post-op vertical sleeve gastrectomy update. How are you? I'm in a really good mood today. I'm not sure why. Well, I'm generally in a good mood. I had lunch with Patty. That could be one reason. It's a beautiful day. I got lots of work done. And after I make this video, I'm going to go to the gym. So I'm in a good mood. Anyway, the stats. My highest weight in January of 2014 was 402 pounds. I had surgery on April 14th, 2014 at 360.6 pounds. Last week I weighed 203 pounds. Today I weighed 203.2 pounds. You know what? It's fine. That's a 0.2 pound gain this week. That's a 3.8 pound loss this month. And that's a 2.8 pound gain in the last year. And really, honestly, my what I consider a regular fluctuation for me is like 5 pounds. So I consider still that I have maintained a 200 pound weight loss for more than 1 year, which is pretty fucking awesome, just saying. Amy, for some strange reason, and I don't think this has ever happened before, I could not think of what to talk about in my video today. And I texted Amy and said, what should I talk about? She's like, always talk about your awesomeness. So, okay, that's my awesomeness. I'm awesome. So what else is going on? Okay, my week. So last week I talked about... the fact that I wasn't able to really do keto because it just doesn't work for me. It makes me feel deprived. So this week I went back to my pretty regular eating, which is predominantly protein and produce. I did say I was going to record in my MyFitnessPal every day. That didn't happen. I don't know why it bugs me so much. It's not that it bugs me. When I'm at home and eating, I have no problem doing it. But when I am out to eat, which I was several times last week, it's hard. I don't want to, and so I didn't, but that's okay. And I thought of something, but so why, if my eating was on track, and I like ran my fucking ass off last week, almost literally, between last week's video and this week's video, I have ran without stopping 3 5Ks. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I ran a 5K. Honest to God, if you would have asked me 5 years ago before I had decided on weight loss surgery, when all of this was like a mere mirage in my imagination, I would have said the chances of me losing 200 pounds are far greater than me ever running for 25 minutes straight. But I did. And I'm super proud of that. I feel like it is a huge accomplishment, and I never thought I was a runner, and I love it. It gives me a different kind of endorphin rush than my other workouts did. So I committed to running for, or exercising for 30 days straight just to get myself back in the regular rhythm of working out. Today will be day 23 of that, and I'm just going to keep going. I probably the first week of December, I'm not going to be able to keep it up. I have a big work event on the 6th of December. I have to fly to a day trip to Northern California on the 7th of December, and then I leave for Chicago to visit Kim on the 8th of September. So yeah, I might break it then, but I'm going to keep going as long as I can because I like this exercising every day thing. And I'm actually last night I did week 7, day 3 of C to 5K, but there was a glitch at the gym, and so I was like 8 minutes short of running the whole thing. So I'm going to repeat that tonight when I'm done with my videos, and then tomorrow I'll start week 8, and that'll take a week because I do every day twice. And then I downloaded C to 10K. Well, it's not C to 10K, it's like 5K to 10K. And I'm actually super excited about that because I was looking through it after I downloaded it, and it has like intervals of running fast. So when I say I run, know that I'm running really slow. Like probably, I mean, I'll like the last 2 minutes of every run, I'll run at like 5.5, between 5 and 5.5 miles an hour, but all the rest of the time, I think the max I've ever done is 4.3 miles an hour, which is not very fast. But shit, it's faster than when I was 400 pounds and I couldn't walk to my car without getting out of breath. But anyway, so I ran a lot this week. My food was pretty much on track. However, over the weekend, I didn't eat a lot, and I thought my son was coming Friday night or Thursday night or some night this week, and he ended up not doing that, and I bought bagels for him. Those of you who've been watching me for a long time might remember that my tagline used to be, "You ate a bagel, you didn't kill a baby." Well, I ate several bagels this weekend and had several glasses of champagne, which I think is what caused me to sort of stay at the same weight, but I'm okay with it. I don't care. I'm on my way down. We're all good. The other thing that I said last week I was going to do was move forward with plastics. I'm going to do a consult with Dr. Cardenas. I actually want to go down there since it's not that far from me. She's in Mexico. I have to return their call, but I just want to I want to commit to doing that on this video because I want to do it between now and next week and make that appointment to do that and get my plastics on the books for probably August or September of next year. So I'm super excited about that. What else did I want to talk about today? Oh, okay. So, like I said, I was asking Amy for suggestions on what to talk about, and I don't know if she said, I think actually she did say it this way, but she said, not just accepting how you are, but making it work for you. And she was talking specifically about how I tried keto, and then I decided that's not going to work for me, and I tried something else. But I also see that as sort of my like one small step methodology of approaching weight loss, and just the idea that we are in control of this journey. I asked Amy if I talked about this too much because I didn't want to repeat it over and over again, but I had this conversation with several people last week in terms of like regain and getting back on track, and so I thought I would share it with you guys because maybe it's helpful to you. And Amy said she didn't think I talked about it that much, so if I do, I'm sorry. And Amy just didn't remember, and you should criticize Amy for that and not me. I'm just kidding. Anyway, but the idea behind that is either when you're starting your weight loss journey or if you find that you've gotten off track, this whole idea of all the things that we have to change to be successful at weight loss surgery is kind of overwhelming. And we are not perfect people. And slowly, the further out you get from weight loss surgery, it's easy to let bad habits come back into play. And a lot of times what I hear people doing is saying, okay, I've got to change. I've been kind of going off track. Now I have to change everything. I have to eat perfectly. I have to get all my protein, and I have to record in MyFitnessPal. I have to have carbs below this amount. I have to exercise 6 days a week. I have to drink all my water. And that's just overwhelming. It's too much. And I think it's really important that we set ourselves up to be successful and to get that and to not feel like a failure every day. And honestly, that's when I decided that keto wasn't working for me, was because every day I felt like a failure. Because even though my intentions were good to stay on keto, it was just too difficult for me. And that that sense of things that were off the table, just like I know a lot of people are doing a pound of cure now too. I couldn't do that either. I just don't think I can do anything that's a quote unquote, I don't know, not quote unquote diet, but quote unquote where things are off limits, because there are going to be times when I want to have something and I want to be free to do that without feeling like a failure. So what I have done multiple times, and I'm doing it right now with exercise, is when I found myself getting off track, I've decided to just take one thing, one little thing that I know, starting with the easiest thing, a thing that I can build success with. So maybe that's, drinking my water every day, or, I don't know, whatever it is. If it's MyFitnessPal, if it's like recording everything you eat in MyFitnessPal, but not trying to change what you eat. And I start to implement that habit for, I'm doing it this time with exercise for 30 days because I really felt like I needed to get in the habit of doing that regularly again. But for some people and for some things, you don't need to do it 30 days in a row. But I do it until I feel like that habit's established, because that's what it's really about, is changing our habits. And really, ultimately, I think that is the number one key to weight loss surgery success, is that you have to change your habits long term. So whatever it is, you do it for a period of time until you feel like you have that habit down. And there's an app that I use to track this. It's called Chains, CHAINS.cc. And you can put whatever you want to do in there, and then you just check it off every day. And it'll show you when you have a week or 2 weeks or whatever. And then once you've gotten a habit established, then you move on to another thing. And you know what? If it takes you 6 or 8 weeks to get all your habits back, or 6 to 8 months even, every day you're making a positive change in one area, and you're feeling like a success, and you're starting to build faith in your ability to keep your commitments to yourself. So I don't think there were so many Mondays in my life, so many, I'm going to eat a gallon of ice cream on the couch, but tomorrow, Monday, I'm going to start doing everything perfectly. Well, it's very rare that you can consistently do everything perfectly. But even if you make one change and you do it consistently for a long period of time, it's going to have an impact. And you start to build up that muscle of believing in yourself and your ability to keep your commitments to yourself. Because I don't know about you, but I would always keep my commitments to other people, but not so much to myself. So anyway, that's my somewhat weight loss surgery specific advice I want to give you this week. So what else do I want to talk about? Oh, this is just really funny, and it's pretty irrelevant, but I just thought it was funny, so I was going to talk about it. So somebody subscribed to my YouTube channel this week, and I usually don't look at people's channels when they subscribe to me, but the name on this YouTube subscriber made me go and look at it. So I went and looked at it, and apparently, and if you're watching, hi. This is a person who Lindsay Flygirl VSG may have talked about in her videos, who liked the fact that she yawned. So this person had several playlists of yawning videos. And one was pregnant women yawning. And one was, I don't know, I think the title of the playlist was weight loss women's big huge yawns. And I just thought it was really funny. And what was even more funny was that everybody in that playlist was somebody that I know. And I contacted you if I knew you to let you know that you were in your playlist. But I'm just like, interesting. And it made me want to make a video where I just yawned through the whole thing, because I was not in the playlist. You guys know I'm being silly. I'm not making it up, but I am being silly, and I just thought it was funny. Okay, so what else? A couple of shout-outs. Just some birthdays. It was Sherry, the real Share Bear's birthday this week, so I want to say happy birthday to her. It was also Lindsay Broussard's birthday today, so I want to say happy birthday to her, and I hope I'm not missing other people's birthday. And I want to give a big shout-out to Dennis Vinay, who celebrated his 2-year surgery. Okay, guys, that's all I have this week. I will see you next Monday. Have a great week.